I wouldn't go into details of economics, but the contribution of SME, it's all about you today, so I'm going to talk about you today, not about Infinite. So the contribution of SME today in overall India's contribution is about 40%, little over 40%. And having said that, a little over or little less than 6% only use technology to the fullest. Now, it's about time where it's not that the SMEs are not able to utilize the latest technologies. Come again with the cloud computing, they're able to do so, but not as fast as the large-scale industries are. We have been using cloud, for instance, email, most of them are talked about. We've been using cloud for CRM, most of them talked about. We've been using cloud for chat, for video conferencing, and so on and so forth. So these are non-mission critical applications that have been used and more conservatively than the actual critical application that is actually be your daily breadwinners as well. Now, what do the analysts have to say about? The reason why we are here today is because of the first line. It's 130 billion market. The year 2016 is just a figure which you all are going to see. Now, in the early 70s, when I would say, I started my career in 87, 88, it was the business that used to drive the IT. It was the need of the business, and IT came into the picture. Late 90s, it's the IT which drove the business. I need this, so accommodate my budgets. I need that, accommodate that budgets. In the late 2005 onwards, the reversal took place. It's a business that drove the IT again. Last week I was in another forum where I asked how many of you will use cloud. So probably I'll ask the same question out here. How many of you will use cloud in your day-to-day businesses? Or on your personal notes as well? Right, a few hands. So how many of you will use Gmail? How many of you will use Yahoo? How many of you will use Facebook? So a larger number of hands went up. So it's one way or the other is saying that it's not your fault that you don't know much about cloud, because cloud itself is a new technology, a new concept, a new characteristics that's into the market the last few years or so, though it has been in existence in one form or the other in the last few decades. It's that we realize the importance of it now, we realize the functionalities of it now, the way benefits that we can get out of it now than what we could use it in the earlier years. So what are the challenges? I wouldn't put this as a small business challenge. I see the challenges in the mid and the large scale industries as well. And I'm sure you would be able to relate to this if you're in the financial side, if you're in the approving budgets for the IT side and so on and so forth, is that I have to keep my business running. Whether I get new business in the April cycle or not, I have to keep on existing business running. To keep on existing business running, I have to maintain those budgets. I have a spend of $80 or whatever the dollar's value could be. Now, how do I make it keep on running without acquiring new business? So that's a challenge. Whereas the new challenge of acquiring, putting 20% into the new initiatives could be a different motive altogether. If I have to run this business, where do I get the domain expertise? I'm not using the same OS for the last 5 years. I'm not using the same versions of database for the last 5 years. Things are changing rapidly. Things are changing on an everyday basis. So where do I get those expertise? Where do I get those domain hands where I could use them to my benefit to reap the benefits to my customers? Energy saving. We're all talking about Go Green technology. We're all talking about Go Green data centers and so on and so forth. About 13% of your IT goes to your energy. You're spending 13% of your total IT spend on data centers. If you're running 10 servers and cost is about 100K, you're spending $13,000 only on the energy, running those servers, doing nothing. Speed and flexibility, like we saw in the previous slides, where the large industries are pushing the small industries to be in par with them, to provide the flexibility, to provide the speed in the supply chain. How do I adapt this to be in par with those guys? Scalability and security, of course, many of them touched upon it. Today there is a requirement for 100 numbers of something. Tomorrow this goes to 1,000. Will I be able to do it? How will I be able to do it? So these are some of the challenges which occur on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Typically, if this is run on an on-premise, the cost for servers is about, you see on the title here, but 47K. For storage, about 47K. Again, network, it's about 25K. It's on a USD basis, so just try to translate that into a rupee value. A total cost for a yearly just to maintain this is about 170K. If I have to do this for a 3-year period, God save us. Now, if you have to move this on a cloud, it straight away drops down to about $39,000. There is no capex involvement, so you're free to use those revenue or those money which you have hard earned as a small business into another areas. Marketing perhaps, branding perhaps, or whatever. You could take home a chunk of money and say it's a bonus for me. Who doesn't like bonuses, right? So this is where I'm trying to relate. When you're running your own premises infrastructure versus infrastructure on the cloud, and this is where my role comes in to help you guys out to move your infrastructure on the cloud as soon as possible at the cost as possible.